Story 1. My sister is marrying her old coach. My younger sister is 19, and in just a few days, she's marrying her former volleyball coach. He's 34. Everyone in my family is thrilled except me. They started dating right after she graduated high school last year, but I know he had been paying attention to her way before that. Extra practice sessions, just checking in, supporting her dreams. I thought it was weird back then. Now it makes me sick. My parents adore him. He has a stable job, he's fit, he's responsible. What more could she want, they say. But all I see is grooming. And now, instead of running away, my sister is about to walk down the aisle with him. I feel like I failed her. I tried talking to her, but she insists she's happy. Everyone celebrates while I'm the only one screaming inside. First update. The wedding happened. I almost didn't go, but I didn't want to abandon her completely. Standing there watching her marry him felt like watching a slow-motion car crash. The next morning, I packed up and moved to another city. I couldn't breathe in that environment anymore. Before I left, I gave her a phone. She wasn't even allowed to have her own before. I told her to call me anytime, no matter what. I also begged her not to rush into kids. Luckily, she already has an implant, and I told her to keep it for a few years. I decided not to fight her on everything. If I want her to ever trust me enough to leave, I have to stay her safe place. Second update, 1 year later. A year has passed, and finally, things are changing. At first, he slowly cut her off from everyone. A real wife should stay home. Friends aren't necessary anymore. She hardly left the house. But I never let go. I called, I visited whenever I could, I reminded her that I was here. Recently, he started pressuring her about kids. She told him no, and he got angry. That's when I knew this was my window. Last week, I visited and things exploded. I confronted him about how he was controlling her. He raised his hand to hit me, and I fought back. I had been recording our conversation on my smartwatch, so when the police showed up, I had proof. My sister sided with me. For the first time, she chose me over him. That night, she packed her bags and left with me. Our parents are furious. They don't care that he tried to hit me. They only care about her reputation. But for the first time in years, my sister is breathing freely. We've already found a lawyer to start the divorce process. She's talking about her dreams again, going to college, traveling, living her own life. And for once, I feel like I finally did my job as an older sister. Question for you all. What do you think about relationships where one partner used to be a teacher or a coach? Genuine love or manipulation hiding in plain sight?
Story 2. Strange things keep showing up in my house, and I think my husband is cheating. It started with a hairpin, a shiny gold one I'd never seen before, sitting right on our bathroom counter. I don't wear hairpins. I asked my husband, and he brushed it off. Maybe it's yours from years ago, or maybe you dropped it when you were cleaning. That didn't make sense, but I let it slide. A week later, I found a little toy car under our couch. We don't have kids. We don't even babysit anyone's kids. When I asked him about it, he laughed. Maybe it was here from the last owners. We've lived here for 5 years. Then came the notes. Small, torn pieces of paper in his jacket pocket with things like, "See you soon, plus," scribbled on them. He said they were work reminders, but one had lipstick on it. At this point, I was spiraling. Was he cheating? Was someone else coming into our home? First update. I decided to do a deep clean of the house while he was gone. That's when I found a tiny pink sweater tucked into the back of our closet. It wasn't mine. It was way too small for me. I broke down. My husband kept insisting he didn't know where any of this stuff came from. He even swore on his life he wasn't cheating. But how else do hairpins, toys, and sweaters keep appearing out of nowhere? Second update. Things escalated. Last night, I found a pair of children's shoes under our bed. I completely lost it. I screamed at him to admit the truth. He just looked devastated and said, "I can't explain, but I promise it's not what you think." I was ready to call a lawyer. I even drafted a text to my sister saying I was done with him. But then, the truth came out. Final update. Turns out, my husband has a younger half-sister I never knew about. She's 14, lives in another state, and has a complicated situation with her mom. He hadn't told me because he was ashamed of how messy his family history is. She ran away a few times and secretly stayed at our house when I was at work. He didn't tell me because he didn't want me to think badly of him or of her. She left behind hairpins, toys, clothes, little notes. That's what I kept finding. I finally met her yesterday. She's sweet, but clearly struggling. And I get it now. He wasn't cheating. He was trying to protect his sister from everyone's judgment. We're getting her real help now, and I told him, no more secrets. Question for you all. Would you forgive your partner for hiding something like this? Or is keeping a family secret just as bad as cheating?